What is going on, everybody? For those who don't know, I go by BLSG, and for the first time in a while, we have Sixers content back, baby. And if you guys are new to this channel and love talking Philly sports nearly every single day, go down below and hit that subscribe button, smash that like button, and make sure you turn on the notification bell wherever it is on one of these two sides so you guys are instantly notified whenever I upload a new video. Now, breaking news! James Harden is either going to sign with the Brooklyn Nets or the Philadelphia 76ers. That's why I'm repping them tonight, baby. Or he will re-sign with the Houston Rockets and stay there. I think James Harden will possibly get traded from the Houston Rockets, but if the Houston Rockets decide to keep James Harden, that's okay. But at the same time, James Harden could possibly be traded to either the Brooklyn Nets or the Philadelphia 76ers. Now here's what it would take from the Nets and the Sixers to probably get James Harden. So, let's go to the Brooklyn Nets. For the Nets to have the ability to get James Harden, they would probably have to trade Kyrie Irving, Kevin Durant, a bench player or two, with maybe 2 draft picks. That is a huge load that the Brooklyn Nets would have to give up to bring James Harden into Brooklyn. For the Sixers to bring James Harden to Philly, they would probably have to trade either Ben Simmons or Joel Embiid with 2 or 3 draft picks. And I am really hoping that James Harden, if he does not get re-signed with the Houston Rockets, that he goes to the Brooklyn Nets. And here's my reason why. The Brooklyn Nets would have to trade Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant. Those are the 2 key players on the Brooklyn Nets that would get traded to the Houston Rockets. And the Nets do not want to do that. So, I know the Nets don't want to do it. I know the Sixers don't want to do it. So, I'm hoping that the Nets take him, but I think that the Houston Rockets are going to re-sign James Harden. Yes, because neither the Sixers or the Nets want James Harden. And it's down to Philly, Brooklyn, and Houston for James Harden officially. Philly doesn't want to trade for James Harden. The Nets don't want to trade for James Harden. So I just have a feeling that the Rockets will be extending James Harden's contract. Because the Sixers would have to give up one all-star player, and the Nets would have to give up both Kyrie and Durant, aka their 2 all-star players, and neither of them want to do that. And to go even more in depth, Doc Rivers and James Harden, honestly, in my opinion, I don't think they can work together. I think it's going to be too much for them. I understand that Doc can possibly have a chance to work with James Harden, but it would take a lot for a big man like Joel Embiid to get James Harden going together. And before we continue the rest of this video, thank you guys so much for 90 subscribers on BLSG. Yes, sir. We have hit 90 subs on this channel. You guys are the realest of the real. I can say it all day long, and I really wish I could. And guys, for your guys' support, we'll be doing another shout-out event. I believe this is the 6th one coming in hot, and we'll get to that later. So, back to the James Harden rumor. James Harden, he's a very good athlete, okay? He's a big man like Joel Embiid, but at the same time, you gotta bring in some of these other bench pieces because you don't want to use James Harden all the time. You got guys like Seth Curry, Dwight Howard, Danny Green, although he's trash. But still, James Harden is a very good athlete. He would get minutes if he was traded to the Philadelphia 76ers, but I don't want him to come to Philly because we would have to give up either Ben Simmons or Joel Embiid, and I think they can possibly have a breakout year coached by Doc the Man Rivers, and Daryl Morey seriously being a god at trading for Philly. Now the Nets, on the other hand, though, Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant, they are both very good shooters. Okay? They're both really good shooters. They both used to play for Boston, I believe. I know Kyrie did. I'm not so sure about Durant. I think Durant might have spent his entire career with Brooklyn. Leave it down below if you guys know the information about Durant. It was either way when it came to him being with Boston, or if he spent his entire career with the Brooklyn Nets. But honestly, I don't think either the Nets or the Sixers would chase after James Harden. James Harden is a great shooter, I get that. He played for the Houston Rockets, who can always make the playoffs. I get that. He's a big man like Joel Embiid, who will be a very good athlete. I get that. But at the same time, the Sixers and the Nets do not want to trade for James Harden. So I honestly think that James Harden does get re-signed and extends his contract with the Houston Rockets, and the Sixers and the Nets do not trade for him. But we'll all have to see how it plays out for the Houston Rockets, the Philadelphia 76ers, and the Brooklyn Nets. So with all that being said, let's just forget all this talk about the Sixers. Even though the Sixers season is coming up in nearly 20 days, I am so pumped for Sixers basketball. I can't wait to see Coach Doc Rivers coach this team. This is going to be a new organization, no Brett Clowns in town, and these Sixers are going to be on fire this entire season. So with all that being said, let's just forget about all this, because we know that the Sixers are going to be good, and we probably know that the Sixers or the Nets will not trade for James Harden, and that James Harden will get re-signed by the Rockets possibly. And let's get into what you guys have been waiting for. The, I believe, 6th ever shout-out event on my YouTube channel. You guys have been the realest of the real, just like I said in the very beginning of the video. Your channel will be shouted out, whoever the winner is, if you guys are new to the channel. And if you want to subscribe to have a chance to be entered, go ahead and hit the sub button, baby. That's all I gotta say. If you want your channel to be shouted out, go ahead and subscribe, because that is the best way you can possibly enter. And I do need to have a notification that says, like, new subscriber, blah, 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 blah. That's what I need to have. Otherwise, I don't know who is subbed to the channel or not. So, we're going to take off the lid. The lid has been removed. So right there. So shaky, shaky, shaky. Just a little more. A little more right there. Look at all that. There's probably about at least, I would say, 18 to 20 entries in this. So there's all the shaky. We'll shuffle it around. I'll dig my hand in there, shuffle them around a little bit, and then we'll decide who the winner is from there. I have a name. I have one, baby. Here we go. We have the winner right here on this little piece of paper. We got it right there, baby. And the winner is... if you guys can see that, it's Lizzie Be Busy. She's the winner of the 6th ever shoutout event, I believe, on this YouTube channel. When I record this video, as I always say, it is backwards, but when you guys rewatch this video, it will not be backwards. Lizzie Be Busy is the winner of, I believe, the 6th ever shoutout event on my YouTube channel. Lizzie Be Busy, shout out to you. Appreciate all the support. If you guys want to see some awesome content, go check out Lizzie Be Busy's channel. She does fire content. She started, I believe, about 3 or 4 months ago. And if you guys do not know, that is also my New Jersey cousin's YouTube channel. She's doing really good with that. The link will be in the description to see her YouTube channel if you guys want to check out the experience. She does challenges, vlogging. I said some info about her in my Jason Peters video. If you guys want to have proof, I might put that in the description as well. But Lizzie Be Busy, as I once again said, is the winner of this shoutout event. I believe the 6th one coming in hot. Your channel will be linked down in the description, Lizzie Be Busy. Shout out to you, and nice try to everyone else. But like I said in the very first shoutout event that I did, we'll be doing more of these. Just keep following the support. Just keep supporting me, and you guys will have your time to be shouted out in one of my videos potentially. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please be sure to subscribe. Also, don't forget to hit the like button and the notification bell to see more videos like this. And let me know your thoughts down in the comments below about the James Harden trade that is coming up between 3 teams to possibly get him. James Harden will either be signed by a new team in the Nets or the Sixers, or he will re-sign with the Rockets for a new contract. I believe he's going to get signed with the Rockets again, but I want to see your guys' opinion down in the comments below. Throw them down there. Let me see what you guys think. And let's go Sixers in nearly 20 days. Anyway, guys, see you next time. Peace out.